Hi everybody, Dr. Wilson with the Wilson Clinic. What we're going to go through in this video is a stretch for the hamstrings. The hamstrings are the muscles on the back of the thigh. Incredibly common for those to get very tight on people, especially with all the seated jobs that are in the world today. Here's the deal. In the clinic, everyone's always asking me, hey, how do I stretch this? Or I'm having so much tightness through here. Not everybody needs to be doing the same stretch for the hamstrings. And I want to give you a variation today that might be right for you. Because I help a lot of people at the clinic that are dealing with injuries of the past with the lower back. So when these discs in the lower back have had a lot of degeneration or damage, the joints have been damaged, you've had a lot of wear and tear. Sometimes that traditional hamstring stretch where you would lean over isn't right for them because it really puts a toll on their low back. And so if you're in that boat, here's a good variation. Or if you just want to be able to stretch your hamstrings out and about wherever you're at and it not look incredibly awkward with your rear end hanging out for everybody, you can do it standing. And so to save the discs in the low back, a little stress, what you can do is just use some stairs on a stairwell, a stool, chair, whatever it is. I always tell people start with a stool or just up on one step because they might not have as much flexibility as they think. And I don't want you throwing your leg way up on top of some super high chair or a bar stool or something and end up hurting yourself. So find a stool, bring the foot up. What you want to do though, to bring that hamstring into really good stretch, your pelvis, your first instinct when you bring that foot up is for your pelvis to kind of rock and rotate. And it's going to want to rotate away from that leg because it's easier on the muscle that way. That's cheating. So keep it true. You're going to bring that foot up on the stool, make sure that your hips and your pelvis point straight ahead. Right in line with that foot that you brought up. Then straighten up. Put a little arch in your lower back. Stick your hind end out a little bit, right? Stay nice and tall, and then lean the whole body forward a little bit, but pivot at the hip sockets, not with your lower back. There's a difference. So you're going to keep your lower back nice and tall and straight, lean that torso forward, and you will feel that hamstring come into a really, really nice stretch. Sit there and hold that for a good 30 to 60 seconds. Switch, bring up the other side, square your pelvis up, sit tall or stand tall, keep that spine nice and straight, lean the body forward. You're going to feel that hamstring come into a really nice stretch. Don't rush it, don't push it, don't bounce it. Just come into it slow and easy. Wait until you can feel that good stretch in the hamstring and then just sink into it slow. Let that muscle really start to stretch out and deepen into it. That's why you want to hold that for a good 30 to 60 seconds. And I always will tell people at the clinic, do both sides twice at least when you're doing your stretches, not just one time through. So there's your guidance on your hamstrings. As you progress and you gain more and more flexibility and things are moving easier, and it's a lot easier on the hips and your lower back, you can always move up to something taller so that it's appropriate for your level of stretch. But start with something low, get into it, keep those hamstrings loose. It makes a big difference on the function of your body. Have a great day.